This is how YouTube has been for many years. They only care about the tiny percent of people that have loud voices and whine about stuff. And then they make wholesale changes to the platform that nobody wants.
YouTube has just announced that the dislike counter on their videos is no more. For everyone that finds deep joy in going on YouTube and just downvoting everything they don't like, you're gonna have that joy taken from you. Now, in YouTube's words, this is all about, quote, ensuring that YouTube promotes respectful interactions between viewers and creators. They say that they, quote, experimented with the dislike button to see whether or not changes could help better protect our creators from harassment. YouTube said that they're doing this move to protect the little guy, but if you actually look at what the little guys are saying, the small content creators and YouTube viewers themselves, they don't seem very happy. The video itself of YouTube's announcement of this new shift is completely flooded with downvotes compared to upvotes. And actually, a lot of the top comments are from YouTube creators with small audiences who are openly saying, this is not what we want, this won't help us. Now, the dislike button has long been a tool of the people to make their opinions heard, to let these powerful content creators, YouTube itself, and these big studios know how they feel about things en masse. Here's what entertainment commentator Jeremy Hambly had to say about YouTube removing the dislike count. He runs multiple popular channels, including The Quartering.
The idea that dislikes are inherently a negative thing is absurd. And if on the list of things that matter to small creators, it has to be infinitesimally small on their list of things, you know, outside of maybe having their video show in search algorithms once in a while, having a puncher's chance at finding new viewers. That's what small YouTubers care about. They don't care about getting a few dislikes.
The top 5 most downvoted videos of all time. First off, YouTube Rewind 2018. Second off is a movie trailer for Sadak 2. I don't even know what Sadak 2 is, but apparently a lot of people dislike it. Number 3 most disliked video of all time is Baby by Justin Bieber. This is just an example of YouTube not understanding how people actually think. If they believe that people's hatred of the song Baby by Justin Bieber is not authentic and genuine, I think it shows that they don't actually understand how people think. YouTube Rewind number 4, most disliked video of all time from 2019. And the baby shark dance is the 5th most disliked video of all time. That one has to be from parents that have to hear that song nonstop and they're just clicking dislike. More recently, some of the most disliked videos that we've seen on YouTube have been political. We've seen this from a lot of Joe Biden's press conferences and Joe Biden's speeches and White House live streams, anything with Kamala Harris. The second that they go live on YouTube, they're instantly inundated with tens of thousands of dislikes in many cases. We saw the exact same thing for a documentary trailer about the honorable, venerable, majestic leader, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Now, when this trailer dropped, it was instantly overwhelmed with dislikes, one of the highest ratios of dislike to like that anyone has seen in recent years. A couple specific examples of some of the videos that probably got YouTube's attention. The COVID town hall, this is the most viewed video on the White House YouTube channel, has 68,000 downvotes and just 10,000 upvotes. The inauguration had 110,000 downvotes, just 17,000 upvotes. Olivia Rodrigo and Anthony Fauci read fan tweets. 59,000 downvotes, 11,000 upvotes. Every single press conference with Jen Psaki has more downvotes than upvotes. It's also worth pointing out that the White House YouTube account has already done their part to maybe suppress the will of the people and the voice of the people, because they removed the ability for users to comment on their videos. Now, I have a feeling that if the Trump administration had removed the ability of people to comment on YouTube videos, we would be subjected to thousands of articles from the media about how this was a suppression of free speech.
What's next after the dislike button? Not logically, the comment section, right? By the way, again, if you're one of these softies, you could disable it yourself. Every creator has the ability to disable likes and dislikes and comments should they want. So now we all have to suffer because a few tiny, 10-ply soft babies can't take a few dislikes on a video.
Now, one interesting thing about YouTube's announcement is that they claim this specifically will be helping smaller content creators because they're apparently more susceptible to having their feelings hurt and being discouraged by getting too many dislikes. But that argument doesn't really actually make sense because YouTube admits that the content creators themselves still have access to how many people are disliking their videos, but it's just the public they can't see. So if anything, the content creators are going to be just as susceptible to having their feelings hurt and being discouraged and being the victims of harassment campaigns by all these dislikes. It's also hilarious that they're still keeping the positive upvotes so that you'll only see the positive, none of the negative. This kind of reminds me of the Michael Scott line.
I do want the credit without any of the blame.
That is now what's going to happen. All these YouTubers are going to get all the thumbs up and they're going to be able to say, look how many people love me. And then they can just ignore the fact that there are probably people that didn't actually like their videos. Now, something YouTube misses here about the dislike to like ratio is that that's actually helpful for YouTube viewers. I think a lot of us, we click a video, especially a video if we're not really sure what we're getting. We go look at the like bar. And if there are way more dislikes than likes, it's usually a pretty good indicator, hey, everyone else that watched this didn't like it. That sentiment was actually echoed by a popular YouTuber named Marques Brownlee. He's one of the biggest tech YouTubers out there, and he actually spoke out against the platform. He said, quote, "Hey YouTube, removing info from the rating system is not helpful. Public like-dislike ratio equals useful tool to see how helpful a video will be at a glance. Hiding dislikes helps nothing."
Here's the thing about the like and dislike count. When you put them together, it forms a ratio, and that ratio is the immediately glanceable piece of information that I can look at when I arrive on a video to know if it's going to be worth my time to watch it or not.
As a user of YouTube, it's extremely important because removing the dislike button now, what that's going to do is that's going to usher in a whole new era of horrible clickbait. Because you used to be able to see a video, right? And then it might say like, this extraordinary thing caught on tape. And then you'd like click on it and there'd be 4,000 dislikes and 50 likes. And you're like, oh, okay, so it's just clickbait. Now you can't see that. So now clickbait's going to go insane again, which YouTube does want, make no mistake about it. YouTube wants people to click more views and viewership. I don't think that's what drove this decision, but that's going to be an unfortunate byproduct of it, is we're going to see a huge rise in clickbait, which is going to be annoying as a user.
That's something YouTube misses here. And let's be honest, they know their platform. They know what users want. They know that this is going to be something that detracts from the user experience, but they don't care about that because this isn't actually about fostering an environment of productive, respectful conversations. YouTube wants to protect their power. And much of their power comes from being able to influence people's opinions on topics that they care about. And a lot of the way they do that is by monitoring and controlling content, and also by monitoring and controlling the user experience on their page.
There used to be a you in YouTube, and that was the individual creators like myself, but now it's them too. It's indistinguishable now. You can't even find individual creators. If you search for anything, it's like mainstream media outlets exclusively, or huge corporations. And what's funny is that the participation trophy culture has, people that grew up like that, now they're the CEOs at some of these companies. There are people out there who are watching videos other places than YouTube, and the more YouTube tightens down, the more people are going to embrace alternate tech, which I think is a good thing.
So what do you think? Was this decision from YouTube just them putting their community of creators and viewers first to protect the integrity of respectful discourse on the platform? Or was this about more? Was this a way of them to control the types of opinions that people are voicing on their platform? Let us know in the comments section. I'm Cabot Phillips with the Daily Wire. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked our video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, well, your opinion no longer matters.